soon after, right after my near death, and for an extended period of time, for probably 9 months, I really couldn't even go in the market. I couldn't go to any, dinner out, restaurants, or any types of entertainment. The sights and the sounds, and I felt like my skin was crawling, or that every part of me there was a loud reverberation. So it was really very uncomfortable for me just to be around noises or people, energies, I guess you could say. And not knowing what really happened to me, all I knew was I was shutting down more and more, and found myself becoming more of a hermit, more living in my little safe environment where I could somehow relax or escape from what I thought was happening around me.
Yeah, that was a scary road to feeling energy suddenly, and feeling like you had mentioned electricity, being sensitive to electricity. And that was definitely like I couldn't wear watches anymore. And it's just a sensitivity to a lot of things and people's emotions, especially if someone was in a lot of pain or suffering. It's like I could almost take that on. So to be really careful about being in groups and who I was with, and that's also steered my friendship circles. Like I had to be very selective of who I chose as friends, and it was just easier to be more in my own space. Psychic abilities definitely started to open up, and they're continuing to open up and becoming more acute to the point of sensing other people, even if they're across the planet, and knowing if they're in pain or in trouble. It's been hard to work with that, control it, or monitor it, because sometimes I can feel too much about what other people are feeling, and it throws me off. Like I'll be at work doing a presentation and then feel somebody in that moment and be shuddered and have to stop and take a break and go to the bathroom and come back, and that happens a lot.
My dad had a massive heart attack, and I went to see him in the hospital, and he was on these machines that were keeping him alive, and I knew that energy was in the room. I could feel it waiting for trying to take him, and the humans that were there that were trying to save his life was stopping the process. And I told the doctor, we've got to unhook him. We've got to let him go. And for 3 hours, I wouldn't leave right there. And all I kept saying over and over again is, you're stopping the process from happening. You must unhook these machines, and you must let him go. Finally, they agreed, and I unhooked him, and that energy was in the room, and it was present. And I got to tell my mom and the people that were in the room, oh, it's okay, it's so joyous and free. And as his body stopped working and his soul left, the energy was powerful in the room, and they could feel it. And I think that's what the whole deal was about.
And so my challenge is an ongoing effort to separate the essence of what I know myself to be and what everything else is. Identifying that I'm connected, but also identifying the separation or the uniqueness.